Opponents of a new power plant in Carlsbad came out in full force in the North County this morning, voicing their concerns.
Fox 5's Misha DeBono is live at the plant's location to explain the debate. Misha.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. We're along Carlsbad Boulevard right by the beach, and the new Carlsbad plant, if approved, would be located right here where the current Encina power plant is, but it would be closer to the freeway. You probably wouldn't even see it from this location, and this ugly eyesore would be torn down, freeing up the beautiful space. That is all good news, and opponents are very happy about that. But instead of being reliant on an old power plant, they say, why not invest in clean energy?
We're all going to get the greenhouse gases. The air pollution is not going to stop in Carlsbad. That willingness to show
civic leaders from around North County showed up in Solana Beach Tuesday morning to send a message to the president of the California Public Utilities Commission not to approve building a new power plant in Carlsbad.
It would increase air pollution and greenhouse gases and cost our residents and the other SDG&E customers $2.6 billion.
According to the city of Carlsbad, the new power center would be built in partnership between SDG&E and a New Jersey-based power plant operator, NRG. These renderings of a much smaller facility would replace the Encina plant, currently on Carlsbad Boulevard, right across from the beach. It's so antiquated, it's scheduled to be offline in 2017. In the deal, the city would get back use of beachfront land, and SDG&E would cover the cost to tear down the old plant. All positives. But opponents say, why invest in old dinosaurs when clean energy technology offers so many more options?
It is not NRG's own Jurassic Park to let loose dinosaurs while we have to pay an admission fee of $2.6 billion for the privilege of having poor air quality, more greenhouse gases, fewer good long-term jobs. We don't want it.
And so we did talk to the city, who provided all the information about this new location if it is approved. And they tell us that it's much smaller, the technology is much newer, and it's designed to provide just bursts of energy. It's actually replacing the power that we lost when they shut down San Onofre, but sort of in an ironic twist, San Onofre had its own environmental problems, but it did not emit any greenhouse gas emissions. So the PUC will vote on it later this month, and then we'll learn what's going to happen at this location. Jen, Andrew?
All right, Misha, thank you very much for that update.
Some San Diegans are speaking out against a new gas plant in Carlsbad. The Carlsbad Energy Center would partially replace the San Onofre nuclear power plant. The California Public Utilities Commission and SDG&E have been pushing for it to be built. But today, local officials, students, and health professionals gathered in Solana Beach to say San Diego should instead begin relying on clean energy.
American Lung Association gives San Diego an F grade for its air quality. So adding more fossil fuel power generation is just adding more air pollution that is the last thing we need for our children, elderly people, and just the general public. Fossil fuel power plants for our electricity are a thing of the past. They're dinosaurs. Clean energy, such as rooftop solar and energy storage, which is the next revolution, can take care of this for San Diego.
Fossil fuel and putting more.
The California Public Utilities Commission is expected to vote on the Carlsbad plant proposal this Thursday.
A tug of war over the future of electrical power for coastal North County is coming to a head this week.
In dispute is how big a role solar power and other renewable energy sources should play in combination with a new natural gas power plant in Carlsbad. Here's NBC7's Gene Cubison.
We're talking about a $2.5 billion facility to replace the aging Encina power plant, which serves 800,000 households here in the North County area. The so-called Carlsbad Energy Center actually replaces the electricity gone from the grid when the San Onofre nuclear plant shut down after steam generator failures. But there's a fight over the level its gas-generated power should be balanced with clean energy once the new plant goes online for SDG&E in 2017. North County residents and Public Utilities Commission officials are pushing for renewables such as solar power to fill at least a quarter of the lost San Onofre output, and even more available from outside bidders.
You know, I like the idea that they're bringing in the desalination plant. We are a desert after all. We do need to have outside resources come in, and anything that'll help the city of Carlsbad, I'm all for.
There's more than skepticism here and elsewhere that the PUC, already under pressure from state lawmakers, has been too compliant with the interests of the utility and petroleum industries when it comes to energy expansion and consumer rates.
We want to take control of our power. We feel very strongly about this. I've been involved in all kinds of activist work for years now because I truly believe that science and technology have done their jobs. And now it's time for leadership and citizens to do theirs.
Others argue a case that renewables make for good local business development.
We've got tremendous startup activity with new ventures coming online in San Diego, and San Diego is becoming and could become much more of a hotbed for clean technologies.
sdg&E is looking for more time to study further options. The commission is scheduled to take up the issue in San Francisco on Thursday. Gene Cubison, NBC7.
Officials and residents from several coastal North County communities say they're opposed to a plan to build a natural gas power plant in Carlsbad. The California Public Utilities Commission is scheduled to vote on the Carlsbad Energy Center proposal on Thursday. The power plant would be built at the existing Encina power station site. It's designed to replace some of the power generated by the now closed San Onofre nuclear power plant. Opponents say it will increase air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. They're asking sdg&E to pursue more clean energy options.
This is San Diego's news source, 10 News.
News midday. People who do not want a natural gas plant to be built in the North County are making a case to stop it.
10 News reporter Marie Cornell is live in Solana Beach with the reasons they're bringing up. Marie.
Well, Jason, the news conference was held right down there, and someone we spoke with said if this plan goes through, she's afraid if she looks right out there, all she'll see is smog.
We only have one planet to live on unless we plan to move to Mars, so it's important that we take care of it, and a power plant just won't be helping the environment.
Aaron stood with a crowd of others holding signs voicing their concerns about why they don't want a gas plant built in Carlsbad. The plan is to build it behind the existing Carlsbad Encina power plant, which would help replace the power loss from the San Onofre plant. Now, Aaron says, like many others, she has issues with it being a gas power plant because of what it will release in the air and the effect that will have on the environment.
I lived in Southern California. I grew up on the beaches and I love the beach, and I just don't want to see smog and just a bad environment. I love the environment.
Now, the Utilities Commission is expected to discuss this issue later this month. Live from Solana Beach, Marie Cornell, 10 News.